name is Keshini Vijayagunratna, the Director of Project Management and Public Relations for the Sri Lanka Foundation International. And I have here with me Chamot Amarasinghe, the Media Director of the Sri Lanka Foundation. I am very pleased to have the opportunity to speak with the current office bearers of the Sri Lanka-American Association of Southern California. I have here the President, Sandra Wise, the Vice President, Sujiva Karavana, the Secretary, Shamgunathan Vaidyalingam, and the immediate past President, Indika Seru. Hi, everyone, and welcome.
Hello.
And Ayubowan.
Ayubowan.
Sandra, the Sri Lanka-American Association of Southern California is the oldest Sri Lankan organization established in the US. Can you please share details about when it was formed and some of the highlights and success stories?
First of all, thank you, Keshini, for having us. And yes, we are a very old organization, and we were formed in 1973, as I recall. And it was formed by a group of a few Sri Lankan expatriates who came here around that time and formed this organization for Sri Lankans who live here. So it's sort of to help them and sort of to get the community together. And that was mainly the cause of why they organized it.
And can you share some of the highlights and the success stories of the association?
Some of the highlights we have done, we have held the first PERAHERA at Echo Park with a live elephant, and it was televised on NBC, and that was an exciting event. We also produced the first Independence Day and the first Sinhala and Tamil New Year. You know, we've organized a lot of dinner dances, Christmas parties, hopper nights, beach parties, and all kinds of events to raise funds. So, you know, and also to get our Sri Lankan families to get together. The SLAC also convinced the Sri Lankan government to have a consulate general in Los Angeles. We've also arranged families to go to Las Vegas, taken them to horse races and also picnics, etc.
Great, thank you. Thank you for that information, Sandra. Sandra, also, I'd like to know more about the current committee and the challenges you're facing today, not being able to host any events. You know, tell us about it.
Yeah, first of all, the committee, I have a great committee, and I'd like to thank all of them for their hard work in supporting me and the association with their time and money. I really appreciate that. And not being able to host any events has been extremely challenging because of the COVID going on. I feel helpless as a president. I feel helpless. I feel I have not done anything to contribute. But yeah, every time we get together and try to organize some kind of event, we hear the news of, you know, some new development happening and then us having to shut down. So that's the reason we're trying to do virtual events. And even that has been difficult because we are not able to rent a location or have people gather or do anything of that sort where we can organize an event. So there's hardships all over. I mean, it's where our hands are tied and we just can't seem to do anything.
I can imagine. But I think, you know, we're going to talk about some events coming up that this association is hosting. So my next question is for Sujiva, the Vice President. Can you please tell us about the virtual projects the SLAC has already hosted and about the future projects? And I know you guys are planning one of the biggest events that really happens in the Sri Lankan community here, the 73rd Independence Day. Can you tell us a little bit about it, Sujiva?
Well, in terms of completed projects, I can proudly say that we were able to produce and broadcast 2020 Christmas carols, Silver Bells Christmas carols on Facebook, YouTube, and Rupawahini in Sri Lanka. It was a huge accomplishment for us at Sri Lanka-American Association, especially during this pandemic. And everyone in the committee works so hard day in, day out to get this event into one place. And also I must say during this hard time, Sri Lanka-American Association is the only organization that I can think of that did something in this magnitude during this lockdown. As far as the future events concerned, we just completed the recording of Thai Pongal this morning. It was a colorful event, beautiful event, and the first time that I witnessed something like that. And our secretary, Mr. Vaithalingam, is the one who coordinated that. And it will go on post-processing in a day or two. And hopefully we'll be able to broadcast in a week or two time as soon as we get everything together. That's about the event that we did. And the huge event that we are planning right now, all the plannings are in place, and we are planning on doing the Independence. Recording will be done in another 2 weeks time, hopefully. And hopefully we can broadcast that also through social media sometime in February. And as soon as we are done with Independence, we can start the discussion about Sinhala and Tamil New Year's. Those are the plans and those are the events we did and the events we are planning on doing so far.
Great, thank you. I'm looking forward to watching those the events that you talked about. Fabulous, and I actually saw the Christmas carols. It was fabulous.
Thank you.
Well done. Thank you so much. Yeah, it was a lot of hard work. I believe so, right?
Mm-hmm.
Very easy putting virtual events together. It's actually very challenging. Indika, tell us about the 72nd Independence Day. You guys did a fabulous job.
So last year we had our 72nd Independence Day celebration at the Scientology Center in Burbank. And it was wonderful to see such a huge crowd gather to celebrate along with the foreign dignitaries and our local community. I want to give a huge thank you to the people that made last year's celebration possible with special emphasis on the Tajid Dance Company and the Sri Lankan Foundation, the Academy of Performing Arts, and also to Indu Vikramasuriya for their contribution. Also with donations from Dr. Jayasinghe and also from Mr. Chandra Mohan. And also for my committee, for their tireless work and the efforts were the backbone of our successful Independence Day event.
Thank you, Indika. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing that information with us. My next question is for the Secretary of the Association, Sean. I am just curious, do you plan on having the general elections coming up in April?
Yes. We are going to have it, yes.
And how are you planning to have it?
It's all subject to the COVID situation. Like last year also we had a issue. We had to postpone a couple of times. And then finally we attended, few committee members, and then the rest attended through Zoom meeting. It's all subject to the contestants. Now, this year, actually, now the Sandra can go for another year, run for another year. So if she agrees, so we will, the committee will propose for another term. And also we invite others to, contest. We will send notice at the AGM. So if anyone contest, we'll see the situation, and based on that, we'll act.
Sounds good. And I hope Sandra will go for another year so she can do in-person events, right?
We shall see.
My vote is there already, Sandra, for you.
Thank you, Keshini.
Sean, I want to ask you the next question from you as well, because I know that our founder, Jaim Ratnam, has been planning, his golden anniversary coming up in 50 years for the association. So what are your thoughts on that, and what preparations?
Yes, actually, he's actually setting a committee for that. I think we will discuss on that. The reason he wants to set up, there are some past persons also going to involve with that. So to work with particular, that committee. Actually, the plan is to celebrate in a grand way.
Sounds good. And actually, I spoke to Jayam this morning, and we kind of thought about having, how he has the meetings in his house. And since he can't do it this year, I said, we'll host the meeting on virtual and have the same meeting in the same way for him to host. I mean, we host it, but he can be the leader and have the meeting virtual to talk more about the 50th anniversary, because he's kind of worried that the idea is disappearing. So he wants to bring it back with the past presidents and have a discussion. So I'll keep Sandra and your committee informed. So we are planning this hopefully by maybe mid-March or end of March.
That's cool.
Gather all the past presidents and all the people that he usually invites to his home. Okay. And Sandra, do you have a special message that you would like to share with our committee at this time?
Well, I mean, I'd like to I'd like to ask more Sri Lankan people to participate in our events and join us in and support us in what we're doing. And also if anyone needs our help, if anyone knows of any families who need our help, to contact us so that we can help them. And also we'll try to do what we can through the association, maybe financially, or maybe provide some, actually Senani gave me this idea to, prepare some care packages for families who might need help during this COVID time. So if anyone in the community knows of anybody who's going through hardships, they can contact us, and then hopefully we can get this stuff organized and help them. And then also we would love some donations if there's anyone out there, because we work really hard, and this, as you know, this is a non-profit organization and we do everything with donations. So, and I understand everyone's going through a hard time right now. So whatever anyone can donate to the association would be a huge help.
We'll definitely get the word out there, talking about helping the COVID-19 families. Mm-hmm. I would love to connect you with Achala Veerasinghe, the Director of Cultural Affairs. She has been helping many families all over. Mm-hmm. Like this morning, she was distributing food to a family, I think, and they were in Long Beach. Mm-hmm. So she's in direct contact with some of the families. So I think, Achala, I mean, you can probably contact her and see, who she's helping, and see whether how the association can kind of maybe get involved with that. Mm-hmm. That's good. Thank you so much. And before we leave, I mean, if any one of you want to share anything else with the community, this is your opportunity, because this is the reason for my interview. Sujeever, Sean, Indika, anything else you want to share with the community right now?
Well, we would like, if anyone wants to join us doing the good work that we are doing, to help us continue what we are doing. That's another way they can do their, goodwill.
So are you talking about mostly like volunteering?
Volunteering, yeah. Joining us, and or just like Sandra said, helping us in donations so we can lead the programs.
Great. Anybody else, Sean and Indika, you want to share any thoughts right now, the community?
I would also like to say a big thank you to Jayam Ratnam, the founder of the Sri Lanka-American Association of Southern California. Thank you for all that you have done, and thank you for organizing this association. You are greatly appreciated.
All right, then. Thank you, guys. Have a great day, okay?